Now to another unfortunate side effect of the coronavirus pandemic, an increase in racist incidents around the world. Such incidents have prompted rebuttal social media campaigns, but discrimination continues.
The virus does not discriminate. It's a line many have used to describe the fact that anyone can come down with COVID-19. But when it comes to human behaviour, discrimination has reigned supreme in this pandemic. Around the world, various groups have been maligned, accused of spreading the virus. Asian Americans have reported verbal and physical abuse, fueled, some say, by this kind of rhetoric from US President Donald Trump.
Why do you keep calling this the Chinese virus? Why do you keep using this? A lot of people say it's racist.
It's not racist at all, no, not at all. It comes from China.
The discrimination knows no borders. In China itself, African residents have faced abuse, apparently linked to a cluster of cases within the Nigerian community in the southern city of Guangzhou.
You know, when you go out, people run away from you. It's very terrible. You will be like uncomfortable to stay in that country. So every time your family is calling you, asking you about the information, how you are living here, and then how you are struggling. But there is something you cannot tell them, because they will feel bad. They will start crying and then worrying about you. So there is some cases you cannot tell them how you are. You just tell them everything is okay.
There are countless other examples of pandemic-fueled racism, with the fear of suffering and helplessness in the face of a spreading virus proving a toxic cocktail.
Let's have a broader look now at the racism that's surfacing during this pandemic with Jacek Debiek. He's a professor of psychiatry and a neuroscientist and joins us from Ann Arbor in the United States. Mr. Debiek, is this fear of coronavirus really just an excuse for someone to express racist thoughts?
Well, hello and thank you for having me. Indeed, in many instances, fear of coronavirus is an excuse to justify racist behaviors. However, fear and associated stress related to coronavirus and possible consequences for our health, or individual and public, are also feeding mechanism, trigger and a feeding mechanism for racist behaviors.
Well, people as high up as the US president have dubbed the virus the Chinese virus, as we've just seen in the report. That didn't really help, did it?
Well, it depends whom. Maybe the president thinks that it helped him. It is easier to talk about Chinese virus than American failures or our own failures. And I think if we want to understand it, we should look at this at from the perspective of an individual and the perspective of the society, of the group. At the level of individual, very often we project negative things outside. Let's say it's easier for me to attribute, if there's any misfortune happening to me, it's easier, psychologically easier to attribute it to something or somebody who is outside. If I carry my misfortunes with myself and I take the authorship, I'll have to deal with this. If I attribute it to somebody who is outside, I can either fight them or run away from them or just kind of isolate myself from that. So that's an individual level. But also at the level of the society, if we have an enemy that we are fighting that is identified by a politician, by a leader, that keeps the group kind of more coherent. And it's easier to manipulate, to lead the group if we externalize the cause of whatever negative we are going through.
Jacek Debiek, psychiatrist and neuroscientist, thank you for this.
Thank you.